What they see through the Hubble telescope is not just a nebula they found, but what may be a legit biblical angel.
Yeah, it's not an angel, but I kind of see what they're getting at.
How they're described in the Bible.
Looks the exact same.
Look at that. What do you see?
Yo, there's the ring.
Look, the rings and then one huge eye in the middle.
So this is what they're talking about. It's an observation taken with the Hubble Space Telescope back in 1996, and it looks freaky. It looks like there's an eye in the middle and these weird rings around it, so what's going on? This is a planetary nebula, which forms as a star reaches the end of its life and starts to expel its outer atmosphere in these winds. It's called the etched or engraved hourglass nebula because these rings that you're seeing are actually an hourglass. We're viewing it at an angle, but if you can flip your perspective, you can see that there's a cup facing upward here and then another one facing down and away on the bottom. This hourglass is thought to form as stellar winds interact with the material that's already around the star from previous winds. That central region, the eye, is a bit harder to model. It could be caused by a binary system if there's actually two stars in there, or maybe the outflow is asymmetric so you get these rings within rings. And the result is really interesting and weird and kind of creepy and beautiful. But it's worth reminding you that when we point a telescope like Hubble at the sky, this is not what we get back, but rather something more like this. We look at the same object using different filters that only let in specific wavelengths of light, and from each of those we get back a black and white image. The color images happen when you assign a color to each one of these filters and then stack them on top of each other. And a lot of what's making this so eerie is the colors that they're choosing and the filters. Here, the filters they chose only see light coming from three things: ionized nitrogen, doubly ionized oxygen, and hydrogen. Looking at these wavelengths is useful for science and gets us really cool images, but it's worth reminding you that this isn't the whole picture. It is wild how much this looks like an eye, but they chose those colors and they chose those filters to highlight some of the weirdness here. And just in general, planetary nebulas can have some really weird and unique structures. There's a lot that happens around a dying star, and so the result can sometimes be pretty strange. So with all that, I don't think that this is a biblically accurate angel. It's just a kind of freaky looking image of a planetary nebula.